Devin the Dream Haney says that Ryan Garcia might get killed trying to kill Devin Haney. So obviously we know that Ryan Garcia, he had a big fight with Tank, 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. You can't take anything away from that. You know, no matter what you guys say about his style, what you say about how little skill, how little talent Ryan Garcia actually has. Yeah, he can hit a cobra bag, a reflex bag, and look good on social media, but when it goes into the fight, those bags aren't, you know, guys like Devin Haney. They're not guys like Tank. Ultimately, we saw Tank and Ryan as a big event. Like I said before, 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. I don't think you guys understand. In the past few years, we haven't had a fight that big. We haven't had a fight of that magnitude in the sport of boxing. I always stress the fact that casual fans have kind of gained this negative and more it's gained a negative connotation in terms of what a casual fan is. People like to say, because traditionally a casual fan is somebody who just knows a little bit. They don't know the ins and outs of the sport of boxing. So people have called people casuals. They call me a casual. That's fine. If you guys think I'm a casual and all I do is talk boxing when I'm just a casual, that's fine. But ultimately, casual fans make these big fights happen. Take Ryan Garcia and Tank, for instance. There's a reason why that fight happened, because realistically, people within the boxing world know that fight isn't really that competitive, but there's the instance and there's the scenario where one guy's popular, another guy's popular, and even outside of the small circle of the boxing world, people still knew who Ryan Garcia and Tank were. So, like, obviously, you have casual fans that ultimately push for this fight to happen. So if people outside of the boxing world are calling for a fight, there's a bigger chance that fight's going to happen as opposed to a guy like Tank and a guy like Shakur. Because as much as I like Shakur, he hasn't reached that level of superstardom that Ryan Garcia has. Because Ryan Garcia, he has a big following. He has the biggest following in the sport of boxing that doesn't come from, having a country on their back. Like, you take Canelo, he has a lot of fans. Why? Because, he has Mexico behind him. Manny Pacquiao had the Philippines behind him. And Inui, as good as he is, we all know him around here, but he has Japan behind him. You know what I mean? There's a reason why he's not fighting in the U.S. as much. So everything has its own business, and Ryan Garcia was a big reason for why people are on social media. They're promoting themselves more, because you're almost doing yourself a disservice by not doing that. But to say, Devin Haney was talking about Ryan Garcia's recent comments. Ryan kind of threatens to kill Devin Haney in the ring. It's trash talk. I don't take too much away from it. You're gladiators at the end of the day. These are modern day gladiators. So for them to say it's life or death, they have the right to do that, because they've earned the right to do that. They're putting in the work. They're going to be the ones getting in that ring and trying to take each other out. So ultimately, when they say that kind of stuff, it kind of comes along with the sport of boxing. And any other sport, that's crazy. If you take baseball, you take basketball, you take soccer, you take football, you don't say that kind of stuff. Maybe you do, but like it's going to be a little weird. But I think in the sport of boxing, MMA, the combat sports world in general, it's not taken to heart, because like it's either you or me at the end of the day. So I think that's where it comes from. I'm really excited for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney to take place April 20th at the Barclays Center. I know you guys are ready. Leave your comments. Leave in the comments down below who you guys have in this one. I'm curious. I always like to tell all my subscribers to leave their comments down low early so that they could come back to the video and see if they were right. So right now I have Devin in a decision. I think I've told everybody that for Devin to really make a statement, he's got to stop Ryan Garcia, because a lot of us are already anticipating that he puts on a boxing clinic, that he absolutely blows Ryan Garcia out. He pitches a shutout. We kind of expect that, but if he can really put that exclamation point on it and stop Ryan, that would be sending a statement to the whole 35 division that intends on coming up to 40, and the current 140-pound division, that Devin Haney's the real deal. And I already think he's the real deal. I just think he needs that stamp on it. He needs to put that stamp on it. And against a guy like Ryan, they're gonna compare, because I've been talking about about the fact that they like to compare common opponents. And what I mean by that is, let's say Devin beats Ryan as we expect him to. people are going to say, yeah, he beat him, but he didn't stop him the way Tank did. But you guys aren't going to talk about the rehydration clause. Like, there are multiple factors playing into this. So I'd still be impressed if Devin gets a very convincing win in terms of, he pitches a 10-2, clinic. Like, he only gives Ryan like 1 or 2, 3 max rounds. I think that's fair to call that a clinic, but ultimately, like, I know how the boxing fans are going to receive that win and perceive that win. They're not going to be satisfied with it. They need to see a stoppage. If not, they're going to continue to criticize Devin Haney. And I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter if as long as he gets the win, he gets the win. He moves on to the next one. But, like, people are going to talk. They're going to say, like, what did Tank do to Ryan? What did you do to Ryan? So that's the thing. That's where it gets a little bit tricky. But I'm excited to see it either way. I think it's going to be a big one, especially with all the promotion that Ryan Garcia has done to this point and will probably continue to do until fight night on April 20th. I think, it's going to be a good fight. This is a big fight for the Barclays Center, probably the biggest fight they've had in a while. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight does over 1 million pay-per-view buys because of Ryan Garcia in terms of, all the storylines, all the headlines he's made from, whatever he's been posting on social media. I can't even keep up with it at this point, but every time I open Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, if I open Instagram or TikTok, I see Ryan Garcia all over the feed. People, hundreds of thousands of likes and comments, just talking about random stuff that doesn't even have to do with the sport of boxing. But at the end of the day, he's selling tickets. At the end of the day, these people are going to tune in to watch him fight because they can't comprehend, they can't fathom the fact that this guy who is talking like he's a crazy man is going to get in the ring against one of the best to ever do it in Devin Haney, probably the most disciplined fighter in the sport of boxing. I always say, I listen to a lot of interviews and people always talk about the fact that Devin Haney isn't the most skilled fighter, but he's the most disciplined fighter, and that goes a long way. It just goes to show that famous quote where, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. That's what Devin Haney is at the end of the day. You don't see anything too flashy from Devin, but he's never lost. He's dealt with adversity and he's overcome every single time. So, like, you talk about the Linares fight, you talk about the Jojo Diaz fight. He's gotten hurt, he's gotten buzzed, but at the end of the day, did he go down? Did he quit? He hasn't done that. We've seen that vulnerability come from Ryan's side. Not to say that Ryan's, just gonna go there and lay down. He's not. We've seen him get dropped multiple times. We've seen him get back up twice, but obviously there's gonna be that talk about him quitting, and we have to take into account that, let's play devil's advocate and say that he was, injured. They reported a rib injury, a fractured rib, so a separated rib. And you can't just, like, ignore that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, I'm excited to see Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney get into the ring on April 20th, Barclays Center on DAZN. You guys aren't going to want to miss this one. It's going to be a big one, and we're slowly approaching it. About 3 weeks out from the fight, maybe less, definitely less, but it's going to be a good one, guys. So let me know in the comments who you guys got. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, April 20th. You guys aren't going to want to miss this, but like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.